Kingston to Ghana, yeah. BWF in the house, let's go. Integrity, excellence, we rise together. We stand with you, we stand with you. BWF, when the path is tough, we'll pull you through. From Seven Sisters to Accra too. We stand with you, we stand with you. On the high road in London town, 28 on a house we're found. And Christine the sound. Family, immigration, wills and probate, we're around. 30 years strong in the game. We got a law in our name. When life gets heavy, we lift the weight. Together we claim the fame. Oh, you want a dream? You need a team. BBUF by your side, shine like the stream. From across Golden Dawn to London City gleam.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contested and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
COS, we will be on the COS bar. We are COS ni ekun ana ayer. We are skilled worker dependent. Obaha with a skilled worker. UK immigration. No, Emma Hokwan say, Obi a watana ha as a skilled worker dependent, a year ekun eba. So watana ha 5 years, obe apply for indefinite leave. I have 5 years and 10 years. Into more, Moba, the didn't me video, no, Dudwana Baha 2021. Into Munina more qualify for indefinite leave. Now, person will apply for indefinite leave now. I will say what you say. A free be a friend of salary threshold. Salary threshold and started from 41,700 to 25. Into 41,700, 38,200, 35,200, 31,200, 28,200, and a 25,000. Ningana salary threshold. Into be on 41,700. But because Obaha before April 2024, no, or you're covered by the transitional arrangement, but me pacha only lawyer and kasa. Ebium, I am a person mechanic say, so what na aye juma, ebi and our sponsor and you try the license, and I try the license once and our time also. And I said, well, why didn't we answer our copy CUS? And I said, we hear application be the fair mo in Ticiano 5 years and so, I'll better no apply. Only lawyer and kasa. Because once I am out CUS or the Abaha, and now I am out CUS. And our skilled worker route now, what's na? So what's na 4 years, 11 months, and kwa ubit me apply. 4 years 11 months and 10 years 4 years 11 months to be our 4 years 11 months a COS ni ana COS ni dependent a year ikun eba ubetimi ayesa application then I dey ubenya o pay slips bosumi nsia I check say with salary threshold or bank statement ebiom ubenya letter every adwuma na woni ne ye adwuma no say okoso say oni obeye adwuma na wama o letter wa chere salary na woje no na chere say we meet salary threshold no ebiom obi a wo COS here why English enti unya English biom ba obey life in UK oyiri ukun oba oya over 18 no ombeye both English and life in UK enti good news aban no fan call 10 years 5 years enti se waso sa 4 years 11 months na pinchen lawyer ho na lawyer mo na yes application Mr. Mo mamon train enti mamon train say English no and life in UK no ebesesa enche bia ebesesa ti se obeya ye ntem na affect you enti good news for obia we COS ni skilled worker abaha watana ha ye adwuma 5 years even say break kakra wo mukra na still obetimi agina so e de aye enti se opese ofre BWF Solicitors the numbers and it disu frey na ye moa ayenye indefinite leave no ma.
Successful restoration of child's British nationality. We are pleased to announce the successful outcome of a complex nationality matter, culminating in the restoration of British citizenship to a child whose passport had previously been cancelled. Background. Our client, a mother residing in the United Kingdom, instructed us following the cancellation of her child's British passport. At the time of the child's birth, the mother did not hold lawful immigration status. However, the child's father is a British citizen. On this basis, a British passport application was made and successfully granted in 2025, recognizing the child's entitlement to British nationality. Subsequently, during the course of the mother's application for leave to remain, the Home Office referred the matter to HM Passport Office. Both parents attended an interview, which proceeded positively. They were later invited to undertake a voluntary DNA test, which they declined, as they were entitled to do. Following this, the child's British passport was cancelled. Challenges. This case presented several significant legal and evidential challenges. The cancellation of an already issued British passport, raising questions of lawful entitlement and evidential sufficiency. The Home Office's reliance on the absence of DNA evidence despite its voluntary nature. The need to establish paternity and nationality under statutory provisions without additional biological testing. The broader immigration context involving the mother's status, which risked indirectly impacting the child's position. Our strategy. Upon instruction, we adopted a comprehensive and structured approach. Statutory framework. We relied extensively on the British Nationality Act 1981, particularly provisions governing the acquisition of citizenship by descent. Policy and guidance. We deployed a detailed analysis of relevant Home Office caseworking guidance on nationality, paternity, and evidential standards. Evidential submissions. We compiled and presented robust alternative evidence establishing paternity and the child's entitlement to citizenship. Legal representations. We challenged the proportionality and legality of the passport cancellation, emphasizing that refusal to undergo a voluntary DNA test cannot lawfully negate citizenship rights. Strategic engagement. We maintained consistent and structured engagement with the Home Office to ensure proper reconsideration of the decision. Outcome. In March 2026, following our representations, the Home Office formally restored the child's British nationality. The child's entitlement as a British citizen has been fully recognized. The mother's parent route application is now progressing, benefiting from the confirmed status of the child. This outcome reaffirms the British nationality, once lawfully established,
after this video, I'll cut to you.
Placed without a proper legal basis. Nugget. Key takeaway.
You are muted.
A refusal to undertake a voluntary DNA
I'm
test
looking for
does
the
not
podcast
extinguish
to
the
share,
child's
but I
entitlement
can't
to
see the
British
live one.
citizenship. Where sufficient alternative evidence exists, the Home Office must assess nationality in line with statutory law and its own guidance. This case underscores the importance of expert legal intervention in nationality disputes and demonstrates that incorrect or premature decisions by authorities can be successfully challenged with the right strategy. Facing complex immigration issues? Contact BWF Solicitors today.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contested and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Mema obi biara akwaba ankrankra nyinara otie anope me mo akwaba eba edwumede so a very special morning to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the location. And then so adomnenti yenya to me yenya nwode na yedi edwumede a yatu ni din legal hour yedi brema kwan na yedi adesua abetutu so media ne manyeti sini amonim no and from a pa de fa me ho anope na me din chiakese bema obi biara otie ya na ohwe ye wo Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, babyara, TikTok, babyara na mejidi say before the end of the program no question bia eda wakoma so a opese obisa no akonya wo ho obetumi ebisa na wonso wonsa aka odie na ya sha asie mesre weni die mu bomoden na share program ne maye oba onko amenche mfa and it's all about skill workers, and I believe say when it comes to skill workers, just that word no crack can that phrase skill workers na and crofo be bree enya wo emfa so enti bomoden na come home na yefedumedie no enhihye so ntem ma main resource person Akaba. Good morning, lawyer Charles na ononsumfa nchia na emu ohwam na emu ode ema etiefo na ahwefo na afede yefedumedie no ento aso. Good morning, lawyer Charles.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nane etiefo ne ahwefo na bibi a obi a wono ade pay yezinche kase. Na so ebusua adze emre na bodo no. Skilled worker aye keyword it's a pet na uye masho another way nyaji. In the oye ayem shishi another ye inji. Ebe kinda ye inji. Timuma yensua ehumo.
Yo, thank you very much. Etiefo na ahwefo legal hours so anyway pacho safe no adwene ya mesre we need mu na share the program na enko bebia. Just take the link and copy the link and then take it to your WhatsApp group, your channel, everywhere who mingle in the social network ne so no na wa share na nkrofo dodo na enya ho emfa so yo yanko so da bia eya na ye ka say skill worker ya to di bia ye hu say ye ko say ye ba but then ye nyina ye nim the history of skill worker not from the genesis but fit it baby aban no etu mi bie tu mu say nkrofo a ewo ewo adwuma o UK abonten so no obia entumi enkofa especially the care workers no enkofa every Ghana enfa embra dodo na fa not just care workers but ni enya even you can say other skills carpentry masons construction just a skill worker no it cuts across a whole lot of fields not necessarily care workers but I don't know about say care and social workers no emo na dodo na etumi free Ghana ebegu mo UK abonten so na companies aban emo mo to me your friend license no ana dodo na ka COS no omo etumi kɔfa nkrɔfoɔ no ɛbaayɛ ebi mo baayɛ no ɔmo nyɛ adwuma yɛ kama ebi mo nso ntumi anyɛ adwuma but then dodoɔ na ɛkɔfaeɛ no na ɔmo wɔ years a ɔmo de ma the workers coming na ɔmo bɛyɛ adwuma ebi mo ma 1 year ebi mo ma 2 years ebi mo ma 3 years ebi mo nso ma 5 years ɛna before a ade no nyinaa ebesi mo no aban de nhyehyɛ bi to hɔ sɛ woyɛ 5 years a sɛnea yɛnim sɛ UK ha sɛ wowɔ settlement anaa wowɔ route biara so na wonya 5 years and most of the routes no ɛnyɛ ne nyinaa deɛ na wonya 5 years a wotumi ɛkɔgye indefinite leave to remain nti na ɛkɔbaa ne sɛ skill workers no na ɔmo deɛ na ɔmo anya ne fo paa because ɔba ha na ɔbɛtena kurom ha 5 years pɛ na kyerɛ sɛ ɔkɔ akɔ apply for indefinite leave nanso dodoɔ na ɛbaeɛ ɛsiane sɛ ebi mo adwuma anto ɛyɛ bisi basa kyerɛ sɛ nkurɔfoɔ ɛnyɛ obiara na etumi nya asa akwanya no yɛ continuous work for 5 years ɛnɛ yɛba abɛfikyifikyi mu bi wɔ hɔ a wayɛ kakra wɔ ha wayɛ kakra wayɛ kakra wɔ ha ne nyinaa ɔbɛyɛ dɛn aboa no wanya ne 5 years ɛnɛ yɛba abɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu wɔ ha sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a sɛ kwan bɛn na wobɛtumi apply for wo settlement anaasɛ wo indefinite sɛ woyɛ skill worker ɛno na ɛba abɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu na problems a ɛbaeɛ a yɛn nyinaa yɛnim obi dodoɔ na wɔ problems bu a wakɔyɛ 2 years wɔanya kakra na ɔsan akɔnya yɛ breaks ne ade bee mu mesi ɛnnɛ nyame adom a yɛnkɔwie a program na wo question na ɛda wo so as a skill worker na wohu sɛ kwan bɛn na wobɛfa so na woanya wo indefinite anaa woanya wo settlement no mesi twe wo nyanko twe wo adamfo twe wo nua bi twe family member bi say this is the time you have to join this particular program nenya ho mfa so na bisa wo question lawyer Charles Asma or your expert when it comes to these things obetumi ama wo answer ebekyere so say won still a wonya ntiase no na afi no afrɛ after the program na ye no atena se na waka won so de a nukura wom nyinaa na kyerɛ sɛ ye hu akwanya a yɛbɛfa so na yɛde aboa wo so join me as today we dive into this particular question as are you ready for settlement as a skilled worker migrant? Why you ready? Then the better say why you ready. Then or say we ne better say why you ready call home office or say sisi mama me settled status na me who say me ti krom ho afibo eno nene ye ba beka it is a wa journey ya besre we need the message ka say share the program again share the program share na obi nso enya ho fa so nti metwe me resource person na wasan ababiom me gidi say ye ni any other updates ya obi kra metwen na getting to the end of the program no na ya ka update kakra a war system nemo now until then no yen dive into this particular topic lawyer Charles Asma me question kakraka ma kofa aba ne say are we ready for settlement as skilled worker migrants ana and then na better say are you ready then or say ye na yemfa enka application ho na yenko say your problems gaps abibem ye nya continuous work no one place yakoji bi wo baabi ebeye den afen so ye was skill worker so ye nya part time kakra bi de aka ho no eno nso consequences ben na betumi affecting going to apply for skilled workers. And a documentation, or say gather, any up to what month, to say how many months document, ne be valid, na ye de beka ho, na ne nyina ye de akọ, na application to become settled status and a settlement, no, as a skilled worker, no. Ebe di mu e de amaye ya ye ready ana mpacho me question ni na me gidi say ye kasa no na interactive no na it me be a question na e pop it up whilst you are giving us the education mpacho adaroma me jama
Yo, me da se bebre na. You were safe na hwefo ende nkomo na yedzi no of skilled worker visa. Ho, na kwana abafa do ebro no so de ebaji ma yekran de afebo na beye na age. Na ende obi na obi sa no ho question na ye question a nyina nso offer ye ho nti ye bi sa ye ho. Na yipa na obi sa ne question no say, "Menua, are you ready for settlement as a skilled worker migrant?" The way you should obi be say, "Are you ready then?" As am na patche. My ready there was come the botia. Another my ready there me pede woman visa no. Another my ready there. Adzina am qualify, another am qualify. My na in the yaba chinad na do no aye qualification no. Are you ready that qualify into betim aye settlement another indefinite leave to remain as a skilled worker migrant no ana titru no the befa careful and all aspects of skilled worker migrant nti kind of skilled worker migrant or be a odze work visa aba UK there obaye ejuma na aban ahya no border bro no so another birubidu a obaman indefinite leave to remain na ebi say wo there say e ka ho a are ready another you ready. Nti yɛhwɛ dza mmara no ɛkyerɛ in terms of obi a ɔkɛyɛ indefinite leave to remain application as a skilled worker migrant. Na mmara yɛnyim no, mmara no ɛhyɛ dɛ 5 years. That's the qualifying period. Na yɛbɛhwɛ mmara no a Home Office ɛdze ama workers another case workers that wɔnhwɛ do na obi reyɛ application bi to dɛm a na wɔmfa nyɛ marking another wɔmfa nhwɛ na wɔmfa grant another wɔn refuse no visa no yɛbɛhwɛ dɛm mmara no. Mmara no nyinaa no yɛfrɛ no appendix skilled worker to the immigration rules. Nti yɛbɛhwɛ ne fa bi a ɔsɛ validity to settlement application as a skilled worker. Producer, how they take me back, then we come back, or you can put me on the side. Now, I should say, validity. Now, I share eligibility. Now, I share suitability. Are you ready? Into what will make the application valid? What will make you eligible? Suitability, usuban said there, yabama afibo UK as a skilled worker na area na yahwe continuing period they try and sign a skilled worker the application atum for indefinite no na yahwe period dodo there ishe na inya na yahwe English language no na yahwe life in the UK as a skilled worker application for indefinite leave to remain. Nti yebedi nkomo be wie na ya atenye ho nyina ya ho ase de some ya skilled worker meba na menye adwuma na all of a sudden kanya adwuma na last employer no ogimutum na also obama support na mza aka indefinite na manye adwuma dada no obaha o ma na another me ye adwuma no mesan kanya adwuma foforo na meye adwuma 2 obaha o ana another me ye adwuma ni jai na meye unemployed na mesan kanya adwuma biom na motua do obaha o ana nti ebehwe dam nyama nketenkete na aya oha nkrofo no nyina nti bibi aye du no ye ebesere producer na afedzo odze mmra na case worker obe use no dai amark application na yedze bokọ no odze ato board no do demre obi ahu no ono oda board no do no nti na aboboyan nti bia producer examine na aboto side by side na etefo na ahwefo nso we huhu hinanyim obisi facial expression. Maybe the way a lawyer and crab casano. Obama will be I will teacher there. The way a lawyer can so through it, natural application, moko be. Another the way a lawyer can say, "What we need natural someone call." And if you for you to do, no would ampa. Nipa wakasa no ɔno nso na yehu n'anim na fa n'aso to nkyɛn na you are going to take us through the rule book.
Yes.
Rule book in your friend no appendix skilled worker to the immigration rules.
Okay.
It's been updated recently. What's the last update now?
25th February 2020. Oh, 3rd August 2026. Sorry.
So you're fresh, another old.
fresh. 3rd August.
Fresh from the oven.
No
And
updating.
the last publication was 2016, and it's been updated every month. It gets updated. Into August update no na all no. Into young full update, but you share key requirements and tossy.
Okay.
Immigration rules appendix skilled worker. We'll go straight to producer for your settlement, because that is our focus. Settlement, very good. Settlement. Am I ready for settlement as a skilled worker? Yan share. So you ready? Or there share there. Azabe nyina no onye emra no eko. Tina, we start with validity.
Yo.
What will make the application valid?
That's correct. And before you apply now, nyama be here to make your application valid. Ono na ye ba be kenkan ma ofi home office wan kasa won day mu na ye be kire won na wo hu. Enti ma o kan SW 19.1 ye kan SW na the skill worker me se be ya better say. Enti ye nsha say point 1 is a person applying for settlement as a skilled worker must apply online on the government.uk website on the specific form. The form not settled in the UK in various immigration categories. Now, form will be using the form set O.
Good.
Yeah,
and now I had no here pa we will say lawyer this munko online, so be with the application online. So this was the big deal. But the big deal is that when you go online, form ben in a be fail. The form now be fail as a skilled worker, so broso na kaya indefinite a friend set O. That's settlement in all other categories. That is set O. Inti man couldn't be said the lawyer. Me per settlement as a skilled worker, I'm going to set WS, another set S. No, I set O.
Okay. So point 2 also says an application for settlement as a skilled worker must meet all the following requirements. All the following requirements. In Yanshe, also any fee must have been paid. Any fee that comes with the application must have been paid. 1. And then B, the applicant must have provided biometrics when required. And the applicant must have provided a passport or other travel document which satisfactorily establishes their identity and nationality. And the applicants must be in the UK on the date of application. It's a fair set, Nini. Yabeka Masama.
Yes, I was the last one. No, Ubeka lawyer, man, somebody can you know that of them which me fear, or them. But when here pa and obioma, Tama, ne brasono, no way to can when you have. So at the time now, we a settlement application as a skilled worker and say, to can in UK, but you still a year and the answer is no. Under paragraph SW 19.2D, you must be in the UK for you to make the application.
Okay. The applicant must have, this is point 3, SW 19.3, no, the applicant must have or have last been granted permission as a skilled worker.
Now we hear pa. Send me your application. I will quote this one. Now my catch a case worker and remember you have been told that some of the application about a skilled worker, migrant, not a badge indefinite. I have to tell you there, the last application, another visa, and no or a skilled worker visa. It is the last visa, no a skilled worker visa. That is what I have to tell. Whether media BB and a man find BB, a man on condemn, or see, the applicant must have last been granted permission as a skilled worker. And it must have what it means in the Obioma previously no Odado or say you must have or must last have been or you two. And you must have been and Obia Odado from the beginning to the end up to this point. Obioma Oba as a student. And now Owie no oko switch course skilled worker. Obioma or the postgraduate visa do. And now oko switch course skilled worker. That will be the last have been granted. Into the last have been granted will be Obia, the last stop up to this point, or your skilled worker. But before that, no different visa do. And must have been a year Obia right from day one has been a skilled worker visa holder up to date. So that is the difference.
Okay. Tiati honase. Nti hono when we start explanation now, we will go into details kakra wo ho. Nti point 4 SW 19.4 no say an application which does not meet the validity requirement for settlement as a skilled worker may be rejected as invalid and not considered.
And validity, validity one day you share into one day you problem or 19.4. And my cultural high neither so your skilled worker visa share there a full running nado. I'm a application why valid. You're the man or reject application. Now suitability. Usuban.
Chio. And not there. Before our benyan, your validity, near what suitability, near what eligibility, then the qualifying period. So these are what we are breaking them down. Say afe no adwene ya. Say you do suitability requirement for settlement as a skilled worker. In 20.1, also, the applicant must not fall for refusal under part suitability. A lawyer na no bit more ase. But kodo ana betro
no am da me kan yin there. One who fed the ozoboko na mo suban ansha na ozo aba. Enti suban na yegyina do ma skilled worker visa no dem suban no wasesa announce sign. So nsesa there e be ma indefinite. But so asesa there no no suban nti ye ma indefinite. Na suban ben 20.2 no obeda suban na edi.
Okay. And in our kind, I say must not fall for refusal. And don't do anything that will fall for refusal. That's the simplest meaning. Subana can answer. And in my share article that was a me and things that will obe fallen or akade one from my end. It being there, the applicant must not name metim kese ma atase. The applicant must not be in breach of immigration laws, except that where the exemption for overstayer session of part suitability applies, that period of overstaying will be disregarded, or on immigration bail, except where the exception for overstayer session of part suitability apply.
Yeah, I a technical. More patcher in nine there. Subani be obi a ebra wa overstayer. Na oyo overstayer and still an okay application. The woman indefinite. You know you overstayer or a breach of immigration rule, illegal immigration. Another in criteria or a breach of the rules. Now, more patcher in there said it's application for indefinite as a skilled worker. You can still do that provided there a breach immigration rule no on your there a shut debi no for example your application under paragraph 39E of the immigration rules or partial there. Application now at a point a year late. Obi ma ultron EV or ultron COS. Obi ma oye BB intina or the BB atum for example paragraph 39E or year late at a point. And now also within 14 days, yes, there was a breach of immigration rules, but that is accepted or there's an exception to that. In this a breach immigration rule on exceptional grounds, you are covered. Another breach immigration rules that is also permitted whilst you are on immigration bail also or you permitted. Tihono or technical by lawyer your application or will address a hono amount. Eligibility.
Eligibility so eligibility requirement for settlement as a skilled worker. Qualifying period requirement for settlement as a skilled worker. 21.1. The applicant must have spent a continuous period of 5 years in the UK.
Now, also, must have spent continuous years of 5 years.
Yes.
How, where, and how? Does it say where and how, or it just says where?
Now, they spent.
Where? Only where, isn't
how
it?
and where is not stated.
It states where, or say in the UK.
Oh, where? In the UK.
That is where.
Yes, correct.
It doesn't say how you should spend it.
That's correct.
Whether you had it to work, or you didn't work, or this or that. That is how you spent the 5 years. But also, you must have spent 5 continuous years in the UK. That is where. So if you have held it 5 years in the UK, then you have met paragraph SW 21.1. But for example, within the 5 years, okay, 1 year, it will baby. And now, another okay, 6 months, it will baby. Another whatever, normal holidays, because it took one for more than 180 days, that is going to go against. Into Senipano, when 2 months, 5 years now over UK, Ubetum was the 29.1 I win. There, you haven't spent all the 5 years in the UK. Because it says must have been spent in the UK. Whether you spent it using it to work or what, nobody, the rule doesn't say how you should use it or say where it must be used.
Okay. So 21.2. The 5 years continuous period must consist of time with permission. And in brackets, they've been specific, not as a dependent. So I continue reading. The 5-year continuous period must consist of time with permission on any of or any combination of the following routes.
Now, before you go on, let's break this down. Also, 21.1, also, you need 5 years skilled worker visa. And you have to show that for those 5 years, you have been in the UK.
Yes.
Number 2, 21.2, also, 5 years should be a visa on one of the following visa categories.
That's correct.
Not as a dependent, but as main.
Main.
It is to be from as a lawyer. No, I catch the lawyer. Maybe but Marangasa me a dependent. Make 5 years. Into make indefinite leave to remain 21.2 Obarian. Because also you should have had it as a main, not as a dependent.
Hey, so we'll come to that.
So let's break it down. What are the categories of visas? Ikura obabwa ma aye indefinite as a skilled worker. 1, either you held it as a skilled worker,
or global talent.
No, you break it down. We make it a skilled worker lawyer. It's only not a skilled worker. Yes, skilled worker in all the work categories: care, teaching, construction, nursing, whatever. work-based. The skilled worker, work-based. And the next one,
Global talent.
you can see that we separate global talent from skilled worker.
From skilled worker, that's correct. And then innovator founder.
And also we are separating from the others.
And then T2 minister of religion.
Minister of
That's
religion
tier,
also.
tier 2. And then international sports person. And then representative of an overseas business or tier 1, other than tier 1 graduate entrepreneur or scale up or permission on any other route during the time the applicant was waiting for a decision on the application as a skilled worker, provided that application 1 was for permission to stay, 2 was made between 24th of January 2020 and 30th June 2021 inclusive. 3 was supported on the date of application by a certificate of sponsorship assigned by a licensed sponsor. And lastly was granted. Lawyer and
the last one also, one of the categories is that Obi work the lawyer and some number 1, skilled worker. And I don't pay them say. But Obi so of course skilled worker no do. But before that there have been different variations. And so what consider them for no say permission, the person held permission on any other route during that 5 years. What it means in there, them 5 years no be a skilled worker no or 3 years. Another in between no can baby in the pray her obi ma okita 1 year or the skilled worker by 5 years, another 2 years. Obodu ya na employer and BBC. And another for whatever reason, or worry or call it be something else. Or call another visa, or send another skilled worker visa. So in between, there have been different grants. No, actually, there, if the person was granted a stay and the permission or the visa was between 24th of January 2020 and 30th of June 2021 inclusive, and that permission was supported by a skilled worker sponsorship license and so on and so forth, then the person can be considered. Because or skilled worker sponsor, but skilled worker sponsor no one man certificate of sponsorship. But certificate of sponsorship is under different category other than the ones we have listed here. And the Sami panel may take advantage of to say, Mensu, even though I hear one of the listed ones above, no, but Nyame was between the period now or more as specified. No. There are not many people hano, but ebe here say ebe so just in case obi sa tibiano emu.
Okay. So if we should continue on that,
yes.
Continuous president
so far, have you read anything I just said? Nipano, as I said, Oye Juma throughout.
So far, not.
So far, nothing. So far, we are not told how the visa should have been used.
No.
But we are told where the visa should have been held.
Which is UK.
UK. We are talking law.
That's it. If you get a lawyer, they understand what another even caseworkers one brofna watchum sometimes one task. Lawyers na wotum church mu na what do you want there and can how there me yedma wa ha me yedma na mo mesi wo UK menya visa no UK nkutin za another meti UK nkutin za ono metum maye nti yenhwe mo ka ho oye continuous residence requirement for settlement as a skilled worker. Continuous, not the dates na baby. See, 22.1, the applicant must meet the continuous residence requirement as set out in Appendix Continuous Residence during the period in SW21. So we've explained that already. The next one here, English requirement for settlement as a skilled worker. Han yebeto yembo ase na ya cheche no. O say 22A.1, where the date of application is on or after 26 March 2027. Mesremo and na on oya nsonson wom. Enti yensa mensan kan ni biom for us to know we are talking about or here, not and. Enti where the date of application is on or after 26 March 2027, the applicant must, unless an exemption applies. So the applicants must show English language ability on the Commonwealth European Framework of Reference for Languages in speaking and listening to at least B level B2. And then
Nti yeah, and I'm the them they will the abo bebre there from 26th of March 2027. A kaya indefinite leave to remain or there kita B2. Nti say kaya B1 another kaya B before na they kanya wo skilled worker
application
visa na or they make sure that kaya indefinite upgrade you to B2.
B2.
Yeah, the ma forget it.
Okay, so all right, so let's continue. S22A.2, the applicants must show they meet the English language requirement as specified in appendix English language.
What
And
I kind of
no,
baba.
but no, yet to me because with the indefinite, they are talking about speaking and listening at level B2. So if now you are going to do your application, because they only do 2027, 26 March and on year after, then you are still you can still use the B1 kitan, the next application. But say
Yes.
5 years will fall after, or your application will fall after 26 March 2027. Not there. You are to do you are going to do speaking and listening at level B2. Into no, the difference here is that 1 year skill worker English nibium. Or 4 levels on or English speaking, reading, writing, and then speaking, listening, reading, and writing 1 year, but they will do only 2, which is speaking and listening. Until I believe that it's for or better say okay. Until this I recall knowledge of life in the UK requirement for settlement as a skilled worker. Aquatro English na now if you a knowledge of life or if a life in the UK, that's the shortest way. You can life in the UK. And see, you are going to show your knowledge. See, remember, can 23.1 also the applicant must meet the knowledge of life in the UK requirement as set out in appendix KOL UK, that is knowledge of language in the UK. But you make a
Yes.
baby and I'm
So hande yet I said there will be here life in the UK test. Nti
okay.
say epede a throw to her, but my throw to her because a thrower or forever. Nti but my
Yes.
throw to her. But say kaya or they make sure that aye ansana. Kaya application or there issue there aye life in the UK no a pass ansana akaya application no.
Okay, so now sponsorship and salary requirements for settlement as a skilled worker. Now, Sikana Sam Nerican. The sponsor, that's SW 2024.1. The sponsor in the applicant's most recent permission must still be approved by Home Office to sponsor skilled workers on the date of decision.
Now hold on for
Hey,
me here.
that's
This is
it.
very, very important.
Exactly.
So far, yeah, you be saying was oh, anti lawyer, me buy no me nye juma na mkwenya me employer. Na me san switch ko another employer. Nti se me be ya, as say me kire say me ne omu nyina ye juma na ana say then na me no. Ya kan ya be do 24 paragraph 24. None of them talk about the fact say we ne omu nyina ye juma up to this point. 24 no or say where you are now, where you are, that is your last stop. They call you indefinite, the sponsor in the applicant's most recent permission. So if you, and obviously, say, indefinite leave to remain as a skilled worker, the employer now, and then that will be your most recent sponsor. So the sponsor in the applicant's most recent permission must still be approved. Until employer now, last sponsorship, they must still be approved. They should not have lost their license on the date of the decision. That means from the time of your indefinite application up to the time of decision, Babano, as I said, we're making sure say employer no only losing a license. To bumpire, no I will be a man.
Sir. And I feel so no. The next one is 24.2. The sponsor must confirm that they still require the applicant to work for them for the foreseeable future and that the applicant is paid.
Hold on. Now we are going to break this down.
Exactly.
So, one. Ebubunu thought.
Okay.
How I say.
Okay.
First one, 24:1. Or say the employer would done so and then we are indefinite. That employer is your most recent sponsor. That employer must show that the license is still valid. And the license must be valid up to the date of decision ebabano. Because you don't know time of decision ebabano, as I said, employer no losing the license. Because time of decision ebaba. With decision banners or lose the end where do heaven. And but of course, we don't expect that. Okay. Then, in addition to that, the employer must show certain things. Number one, employer must show them.
Say, or that's no year juma in for the foreseeable future.
Or no beye ejuma. Or no beye ejuma. That means future. To see an new year juma into a sponsor for indefinite.
Yes.
But as I saw, Otro will let no dema and then when say, Etina so new beye ejuma. The winner visa and so crowd, because so anyway juma. And yes, I do let them and then I say I work with you and that's it. They have to also confirm, say they will not abandon you. They will continue to be with you for better, for worse.
For worse. Hey, to me, pa. And
that's that one. The sponsor must confirm that they will require the applicant to work for them. For the foreseeable future. That is future. So more or less, there should be permanent employment.
Yes.
And I said the contract will continue to be renewed.
Exactly.
Then the next one,
the second one, account here that the applicant is paid.
Until yes, sir, you are paid and you will be paid.
That's it.
And you say, Ejuma no yadi ama na ode kwaji hu indefinite no. Se sikana yedi cha no endu salary level no indefinite no yem fa ma wo. So my so. So me sponsorship. Employer no me bomb pa say 5 years in beso now ama me lecture na me da kwaji indefinite. Sikani so ade ba me yan sa ba se sikani so na ukoye indefinite no mo se sikano enso a. Ya afi na ye be sesa wo. It will be too late. So that you are being paid and you will be paid.
That's
the
correct.
Foreseeable future.
So in this case, you are to require pay slips. You the back account and our bank statement to show that indeed you are being paid at the correct amount in purchase account.
Or say the employer must confirm. That is a letter from the employer.
A letter, okay.
But
so
there's
not
something.
From...
Yeah, but there's something called corroborative evidence.
Okay.
You person will feel it big. You want to show off.
Okay.
So apart from the employer's letter, you also provide your pay slips. You say, look, even if you don't trust my employer, what about my payroll?
Okay.
And what about HMRC? Authority tax, no.
Okay.
So it's
All
important. So, I do pay slips and no bank statement just to top up your employer no aircon.
Okay. You call the third one, and will be paid for the foreseeable future. Okay, I can no answer. At least the salary in 24/3. The salary in 24/3 no na yakwa kan
And I have a question. Salary levels. So, indefinite. Make sure say salary levels na what 24/3 no. Important. The employer no be confirm say and na wunya na no na mbekɔ so de ama wo. Nya say no na yɛde ma wo. Na mu na no na wunya ne sisie na ɛno na wobɛkɔ so enya.
Okay.
So you can't say, oh, employer says that they will pay me after my indefinite. No. They must be paying you now and they will continue to pay same.
Okay, nti esi ebehwe sika na ose ojino. Hey, the applicant's circumstances, general salary, and then going rate. So all cases where rows B to E do not apply. Ono maintains
Okay, I have no technical. So what we do is say you better da na ya salary arrangement and that's a salary profile no for obi a okoye indefinite as a skilled worker.
Okay.
Nti my ntia say wo salary na wo da so ende no enya employer no ede betua wo ekina. Nti sanya wo da so ende no employer no akate ne down. Na ya me adom visa no ya de ama wo na why lucky. Remember say edu the point of indefinite now the same salary no issue no ebeba up. So make sure you are on the right salary. But when you are your no ebeba bre you are betre salary levels no for indefinite no emu. Nti producer yanko 24/4.
Okay.
So now it's all about the salary. Let's go to decision.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Decision.
So decision on application for settlement as a skilled worker. So SW 25.1, it says if the decision maker is satisfied all the suitability and eligibility requirement for settlement as a skilled worker are met, the applicant will be granted settlement. Otherwise, the application will be refused. And if the application is refused, the person can apply for administrative review under Appendix AR, administrative review.
Good. So now we'll come to dependents briefly. But before we do that, let's go through the structure.
Okay.
I call this skilled worker settlement application profile. Profile number 1. The application form is correct. State O.
Yes.
Profile number 2. You are making application online and you are already in the UK and you are making this application. So you have met the validity level. The right form, online application, paid the fee, and you were physically present in the UK at the time of the application.
So that's the
first part. Then we go to the second part, profile 2. Profile 2 is whether you are eligible or not. Or say, so we are eligible, make sure say we create skilled worker visa for 5 years. Now, 5 years mean and we create in UK.
That's it.
One can say, would ye juma, and that's a one fine ye juma. So my argument, if I'm doing this application, will be that the applicant has held 5 years visa as a skilled worker from this period to this period.
Okay.
The visa is about to expire, and in the last 28 days of the visa's expiration, the applicant or the client is making an application for indefinite under Appendix skilled worker.
Yeah.
Then I'll quote the paragraph. Then I'll move on to part 3 of the profile and talk about the fact that the applicant is eligible because the sponsor the applicant is with, which
The
is the
sponsor.
last sponsor of this applicant, the most recent sponsor, is still willing to work with the applicant. The employer is still willing to continue to pay the right salary. The employer is actually paying the client or the applicant the salary required. And the employer has also confirmed that the applicant or the client will continue to work for them. Even though the contract is not permanent, the employer
Yes.
confirms that there is no basis that this applicant will be dismissed in the foreseeable future. Then we move on to say that the salary is within the threshold under paragraph SW24, which talk about salary requirements. Then I will quote the salary. And I will say that this salary is at the right level and it is not below the required threshold. Then I will move on to also talk about the fact that the applicant or the client has held this visa in one of the categories specified, and in his case or in her case, as a skilled worker migrant, tier 2, whatever specific category the person has held the visa. Then I will move on to talk about the fact that the English language, the life in the UK, the suitability is not at risk. And I will conclude that the decision must be positive because the applicant has met the validity, the eligibility, the continuous residence requirement, the English language, and the life in the UK, and that this application should be granted. That will go into my cover letter on behalf of the applicant.
Okay. So I draw a profile like a triangle something or like a structure friend then
Structure. Paragraph by paragraph, then you address
paragraph,
it in your
then
cover letter
you
in
address it
support
as
of
it
the
goes.
application.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. And then yes. So in that case, yeah, share for na for safe no adwene na ye can about are you ready for settlement as a skilled worker migrant? And a lawyer ya chichi mo with the guide na home office guidelines no ya chichi mo on a yeah kind of the structural level things that you needed to be doing another to put together before you can use that to go and do the application. Yɛakyekyɛ mu ara ne abɛdu ha nti no woadwane a mɛsɛ we need mmɔmmɔden a na join yɛn share the program na obi nso ɛnya ho ɛmfasoɔ me nua bɛma ɛkɔme Giacomo, I will ask your question. Ntibia Adaisafo, good morning. Good morning, Tiliduma. Good morning, Nanajima. Good morning, Moamoibe. And I appreciate the questions that you are bringing on board as well. Intino, Ntibia, maybe said this some question, and so Edia Mayim. And a telephone number, you did do mano. Your number now, but then you can't call it on the normal call. You have to call it only on WhatsApp. So nipa baako fra na wato bo ase na nipa no nso afrɛ call WhatsApp only please WhatsApp only don't call the normal line WhatsApp only na yɛdili on to this morning. I BWF Solicitors legal hours so ɛne ɛwɔ media no ma nyɛ me gye di sɛ baabi edu wɔ questions bebree wɔ tiri mu na me reserve media ne kakra sɛ modeɛ no ɛɛba dɛ nam so mede media no afrafra mu kakra nti yɛnhwɛ sisi ano yɛka skill worker sɛ yɛayɛ ready na yɛkɔ akɔyɛ indefinite leave to remain ɛwɔ kurom ha na afei de yɛfi skill worker na ase na kyerɛ sɛ but then catch na ɛwɔ hɔ no sɛ sisi a wokɔyɛ a adwuma no a your last recent sponsor no ɔno ɔbɛsan sponsor your indefinite no de ama wo sɛ wonte ase yi a baabi a woyɛ adwuma sisi a sɛ ɔno na ɔyɛ wo sponsor ɔno no ara na ɔbɛ sponsor your indefinite no ɛde ama adeɛ a yɛyɛ nyinaa ɛnna ɛka ho because you can qualify for the other ones the first one validity no you can have the validity perfectly all right but if you don't have the suitability and eligibility now still your application will be refused. And to see I share saa nneɛma no nyinaa no yɛbɛwurawura mu nkakra ne ahwɛ hindrances a nkurɔfoɔ ɛwɔ when it comes to suitability, when it comes to eligibility no ansa na even nea ɛkeka ho wɔ hɔ no yɛnhwɛ no. Nti lawyers ma me first question a mede ɛbɛto dwa ɛne sɛ sisi a no me ne sɛnea home office ankyerɛ mu sɛ how a wayɛ wɔ adwuma na kyerɛ sɛ mementi ase mu sɛ mayɛ adwuma wɔ sponsor A, sponsor B, sponsor C, ɛna sisi a last sponsor D ɛna mede ne kɔ akɔyɛ application a ɛmfa ho, the provided I'm in the same categories as nea yɛbobɔɔ so no. So I can be in a skilled worker my year 4 years ɛna me sponsorship no ɛwuyɛ. Nti ɛwuyɛ no nipa na sponsor ama me ba luckily enough no metumi akɔ mefa n sɛ tier 2 minister of religion na mbia asɔre bi ama me sponsor sɛ membɛdi sɔfo mbia na me nso na mekita sɔfo skills ne dada ansa na meba na mede abɛyɛ care anaa mede abɛyɛ any other skill worker work ɛna sisi a ɔmo agye me saa tier 2 no. Does that mean from the explanation I said from nneɛma a yɛakenkan no mbia na menhyɛ da nte ase yi a from nneɛma a yɛakenkan na wagye mu no, does that mean sɛ mede me skill worker 4 years na meyɛɛyɛ no na sisi a mede me minister of religion as also or nea ɔkeka or all the other work way no ɛde bɛka ho a ɛbɛboa me ama metumi anya indefinite na anaa.
Yo, nti producer, take us to the resource now you use here no guidance. Now up encore SW23 go 23, hold on, stay there, and yeah, 23 knowledge no up go to 21, yeah, 21. Now 21.
Yes.
The 5-year continuous period must consist of time with permission, not as a dependent, but as a main applicant on any. It says must consist of time on any of or any combination of. Have you seen it?
Yes. Okay.
Either one of them or combination of them.
Okay.
That will answer your question, Rebois.
It answers the question.
So the answer will be under paragraph SW21(2). It says either one or combination of the following. Nti bi a nipa no yɛ skilled worker carer. Ɛna your man clerical 2 years later no okodi sɔfo. Then that will be a combination of skilled worker care 6145 and tier 2 religious minister combined.
Okay, so in this case, even though we didn't talk much about the monetary aspect of it, as the salary threshold, some of them, it was 29,000, it was 25,000, even it started from I think 21,000. The first people that came, skill worker, they are I think 3 point. The numbers, I've forgotten the numbers, but when we started, I think some were taking 21,000 and it went up to 23 and then
Now
25.
let's go to paragraph 23. Sorry, 24.
Okay.
24. Yeah.
24.
Sponsorship
Okay.
and salary. The sponsor in the applicant what? Most recent permission.
Must still
When
be
say previous one, the most recent one.
Okay. Recent one. Okay.
Must show the money as follows. Into the last employer na only or more and then one okoya indefinite no. Only salary na de be gauge you.
It be you know. Oh, yes, yeah, good. Let's say no, and only a so or no matey threshold need then it's accepted.
Also saying read. Let's read. 24.1.
The sponsor in the applicant's most recent permission must still be approved by Home Office to sponsor skilled worker on the date of decision. Okay.
That is one. and
Yes.
still be what? Approved. Then you
Approved,
go to the second part. The sponsor must confirm
that they still
24.2.
require the
24.2.
applicant to work, point two, yeah, to work for them for the foreseeable future, and the applicant is paid and will be paid for a foreseeable future at least. Okay, so Ohono is well understood, but then question kakra ha no in was and the reason why I kept asking that because I know somebody is facing such a situation now, from skilled worker to minister of religion. Na threshold no asɔre ne tua ne ka alright, but in my opinion another kakra bi a mehu no, I don't think that the money that they are paying is the real the money that is required in the skilled worker threshold no. I don't know about the minister of religion how much they should earn, but then I know that with the skilled worker abane twa sikana to hɔ dada. It is if you are taking the person as a minister of religion, then that means you're supposed to meet that particular threshold now. You try abane twa to hɔ no. It is in this case na onya that threshold na ɛkyerɛ sɛ the application no it will be refused according to what we've read. But you said I'm not.
Patros Sanet.
So in this case, bibi wɔ ha a obetumi ayɛ afa ho anaasɛ obetumi anya edwuma part time bi de aka ho na emiti up na part time no nso must also be in the categories a yɛakyerɛkyerɛ mu no.
Now, Emrano say the employer, the most recent employer, must still have the sponsorship license. Two,
Yes.
this employer or the employer, and the employer is the most recent employer, must be paying you the salary, and the salary will continue to be paid.
Paid.
And which one is the employer sponsoring you? Only one, Mebua.
Only one penny
The
sponsor.
one that is sponsoring you is the one that must be paying you the right salary.
Hey, I did more deal. Okay, well understood. Well understood. Now, we didn't talk about the dependent. It's therefore as we are having the discussion, the telephone lines are open. You can still call. I'm open to questions and I'll ask them. And you know, Kai Nehu say you can call for your question and then lawyer Asma will answer you. But we've got some questions on board. My main kind back frame one sana. Many of them may J Camo. Well, please forgive me if I don't mention your name well. Question is a good morning, lawyer. Can I use my saved signature? Oh, okay, on my laptop to sign onto a document I am intended sending to home office to support an application, or I have to print and sign it with pen. Okay, it's not really related to what we are saying, but it's also a lawyer obi kan why any save signatory the computer so then one of the fill form see an application now send my home office no on printing on fan and sign yet no scanning and I say on copy and paste the signature and put it on the screen now fan call.
I'm going to say, we could pay baby that would need pen. Nice as I was signing document, echo baby. But these days, documents, yes, all the documents are sent electronically.
That's correct.
Now, so the pen cry thrower, sustain our scan it.
That's it.
And see, all they want is your signature.
Your
How the signature is put together in there. When I will produce our signature near. It means how I save your signature left you know, nafa so na was so called. Why?
But last anyway, this of the way some of the companies need the almost in print idea no na sign na face scanning in biom this inconvenience na scanning in biom na fast to electronic na so biom na sa fa bro. Anyway, yanko yenim. Also bisa, can I use only bank statement to with adding payslips to proof of income from my employer? Obviously, bank statement and payslips. The payslips in the your income or earning. And a company, so sometimes the company will write. There are some of the letters that they write to back your application. They send your contract. They write it in the form of a contract with your payer. They are paying you, no. Ɔmo yɛ ne nyinaa ɛwɔ so before you can add those documents to your application. Now what they call, and it say ɔno atwerɛ 25,000. Now pay slips does not indicate 5,000. 25,000. And let's just say collaboration no any ho. And I say bank statement no so near from the company to your bank statements no, it's not meeting what the company has written on the contract. And let's just say collaboration no and share then ho. Meaning say my answer or question now. And then the next one say, can I use only bank statement that I receive my wages and letter from employer to show proof of income without providing pay slips if I intend to apply for a fee waiver?
Yo, me
Okay.
na yan kan kyerɛ no sɛ our pay slips de dia and the also sani na nka ho why and ha ɛbɛboa no nti ɔfa pay slips no nka ho
Okoye fee waiver application.
and I make a chance say so you jenica and you jenica
It's Yanika, all right.
nti pay slip no wɔ hɔ yes sir
Ewoho.
and
But
the ɔfa nka ho wo de ɔfa say o show off ɔfa nka ho nkɔ
from my understanding, I see the account, the pay slips, the film, and no, now, that means our couple of accounts. And when you're applying for fee waiver, now, don't think you can hide any account somewhere because they will cross check to find out, say, who was giving that baby and so
na a different now can you
and yes,
different no be sunny say what you say most of the time a bank statement offer pay
okay.
slip and can one and I actually say Annie who pay slip for ho and yet complete then wow baby
Okay. Yo, young queen anyway, and you know, Giacomo, your answer or questions no, at the amount. And so no, another one say, what impact does civil penalty of 50 from DWP have on application to the Home Office? So, I depend.
so your application baby says do you have any suitability issue nti wo check list na ho na penalty was so a beka say yes na wa kire nea nti e bad sa better say we be disclose it than to hide it.
Okay. Now, sir, or hono, sir, issue now, boss, suitability issues. If the case somebody be when your fine be over 20-25 years ago, however, the circumstance regarding that fine now, no own share that kind. Now, fill your application, you still state it in there. And you know, obey there, validate that when you say, kai in some when I say you have to just leave it like that and then send it over.
I mean, on kai ni nyina ba obekai near see you have a summary. So you can put a summary in the box that
Okay.
I was given a penalty for whatever happened. I do not record the full fact because it's been over 20 years or 10 years. So that you mitigate it, just in case Omega said, this is what we know, and you also told us that. And for you to say, I don't record the full facts, no, what can occur? Say a BBC, but one kind in a check.
Okay. Right. So the numbers again to call is 075 96620. Okay, we have 07399208468. You can also call that studio number, and then you can also call the other one WhatsApp only 07596620154. Be to me afraid and also na yeah do question na aba do question aba. Enti yen kɔ yenim no question back pop here but we need us I'll find out and ask you. Into last my sisi anom ma gather me document nyina me de beko. Me de akwa akotum. Ye ka no ye kan bibi say a company no atro ne de nyina e de aka ho e de amount na de call. Odi application ne koye 2 months, 3 months, on share that enti omonka. Na asɛm bi esi like omo ma first response omo nsaka application till omo ye ho adwuma. Na wahwe nim yenim so say nancy application up to 6 months it can last. Bi kura 1 year na still but with the skill workers ne dem nim say no de ya na eye ntem kakra. And during this period, na unya problem with your employer, and or can some to me no nye medio. However, no one kobo home office for money, and away you with it. Where you with na no, nyame wa dom wakonya company fufuro because to mint na ho abra unye eduma. Wakonya company fufuro. Omo sponsor out there, but you are working with them on the same migrant skill worker we ni so no. I am piano. You don't know the decision at home office for Bayer. And I see a name home office for the Omun Dasun himself. A company way and now Udaso near Oma way now that's so many years. Last month, Obibeka said we a retro question. Now, I was say uncle can't say company we change the company. And I say even the current one now, one found one more sponsorship. Say a bear reflect our home office for her. Meaning so to me as ya.
Oh, yeah, indefinite in Assam na work on. Yes, sir.
Or yeah, indefinite na Karen your man sponsor now the quack indefinite. Say we need. But you need within that month na no when your company for fra or no best sponsor. And in this case, no also home office for money. And answer on China decision bra.
And see, company in a day. Now, what sign on your certificate?
Sponsor for
And now, your application before home office every month is 60 days ago.
No, why yeah, or ni indefinite, why yeah,
Okay.
be any current employer no, wamano bibia or they apply for the indefinite.
Okay.
Decision yam by almost 3 months me, and now oh yeah, bibi or do money more. And a company say no, it may be gross misconduct.
All right.
Lady. Omoye nedin within that month na no adom nti wasenya new company omo best sponsor no but omo nya afa na omo afa na edwuma mu they would like to sponsor her nti obisa say we
I
moye
see.
nedin no
Whether the indefinitely be refuse unless you refuse.
that's it.
Okay. I was going to say, so let's go to the rule, but because of time, I'll just refer to the rule and talk about it. Yeka sanomrane say, Mrano say, one, the most recent employer should give you a letter confirming so best sponsor.
That's
now we check Sikano, everything. And other amount. And I'll say, the letter should confirm that before a decision is made, you will still be with them. And that is what I was even saying, say, and the vampire say, ubeni ejumano, kosita my decision, but the decision about the company using the license, and they want to. There's a reason why I said that. Because Imran say, until a decision is made, nothing can change about the letter and employer and the amount. It is the employer and my letter say they will continue to keep you. Now, for whatever reason, when you were there, that means they cannot continue to keep you.
That's it. Okay.
We don't know whether the employer will tell the home office or not. But employer no can't the home office say you were there. That means your indefinite leave to remain application cannot be successful because you don't meet the requirements. Because the most recent employer cannot continue to keep you up to the time of the decision. Because you are gone before decision. And so technically, that application will be refused if the authorities get to know, say, a Jumano Krano, a new hobby. Now let's come to application now. When you're new COS, no why application for four. Application for now why why and that's what person.
And no, na to na dwendwen no say because say we need demo no omonye new application and counterfeit or whatever and cross the first one.
Now COS na the amount no, ebe would the bank. I'm say 3 months you have to use it.
Okay.
Ebe would the bank.
Within one date no.
And then find out what the COS na no. Now COS no obowu ochina. Because at 3 months. Obowu ochina. Now why you there after ochina no COS ni nye biem. But when this na araba so obe refuse anyway. Then will you continue to live in that useless or hopeless situation, or just be real and apply before a decision is made? That is a decision for this person. Say Yamia, you say ade na emma ebe refuse me. Now when so me say ebewu. What do I have to do?
You apply. Okay.
Have to use it.
See, no, on your application. Okay. Nti eni say or kasa or withdraw near wo ho ne dada. Eno say onye new one na emfa nkonko to ho.
Well, so your application, maybe says, do you have any application pending?
Pending. Okay.
Nti do you have any application pending? No, you say yes. Now the application reference number no, I share so.
Okay. Yo, and the many about utie me, and I think say utie now. At the other between in the match, but more na ye. Unless unim sembia COS no 3 months na ya amount no. Unim sembia within 3 months decision beba. So decision ba na che so ho na be man 60 days to go no. Lawyers man. Patrocess anete. So decision ba say you refuse so no. Because the company, the current company no in idea. Let's just say na home office run 60 days no. Na obeka say any obejina 60 days no there is a new application COS no. But say MBA decision no so bana 3 months COS na okita no so ego wudia any maintenance na on you have to do the application as soon as possible. Yo say okita COS now how many days now so your application na nya valid to say the application be wo na ochna now the two way na are you still covered?
Application that you mean visa no and visa no?
The new COS no.
Oh, sir, clear 3 months about expiry date, and you have to use it before it expires. And they say be we and there you be no way culture say use na
Patumun enra. Okay.
I mean,
Yo,
and that should be the last day.
that last day.
Yeah, so the last date the COS expires, you have to use it.
To use it. Okay. COS as some they help. Obi my yama ya refuse one try me at the green tea I refuse no, but I think say yemre no I be until last man you be a bit of summary. Minua Pamela or na se patrowa na be yama na we summarize this and then we take it from there.
Yo, and the yabaya summary no ewo brofumu. Yo, viewers and listeners, thank you once again for being with us for this conversation. Are you ready? I'm sure you are ready. How do you know that you are ready for indefinite leave to remain? Now you know that to be ready, you should have had your skilled worker visa for 5 years, and that you've had it and been in the UK, and that the time you are making the application for indefinite, you are in the UK, that the employer that you have had the last, which is the most recent employer, the current employer, is still willing to sponsor you for indefinite, and that they can confirm that they will continue to keep you as an employee, and that they will continue to pay you the salary which you are already on currently, and that the job will continue to be there, insofar as they are saying that you have met the requirement for sponsorship for indefinite leave to remain application. You also are ready if you know that in the last 5 years, you have held the skilled worker visa, or you have had a combination of those skilled worker visas care and others, construction and others, minister of religion and others, global talent and others, or only one throughout the 5 years, then you are ready for that. You should also be ready with your English language. If you are making the application before 26th of March 2027 next year, then you can still use B1 English language certificate. Otherwise, you have to write B2 English language, speaking and listening. Please also remember that the English language for indefinite is different from English language for the skilled worker visa itself. The skilled worker visa itself, the English language is made up of 4: speaking and listening, reading, and writing. But with the indefinite leave to remain English language, is speaking and listening only. You also have to be ready with your life in the UK pass result. Once all these are set, then you should be ready to put in the application. Your character is very important, and so you should not have broken any immigration rule unless there was a reason or exception for it. You also have to show that you don't have any criminal record, and that when making the application, you have to disclose any matter that borders on your character. That is criminal conduct, immigration breaches, and so on and so forth. Once all is set, you use form set O to make the application, and you have to apply online, pay the right fee, and at the time of your application, make sure you are already in the UK. When applying, make sure you add all your dependents, your children, your husband or wife at the time you are making the indefinite leave to remain application. So you just add them to your application. So there's going to be applicant 1, applicant 2, applicant 3, applicant 4, up to whatever the number of dependents you have. All will appear on the same form. Don't apply and later say that I'm going to now apply for my dependent, or my dependent are also going to apply. That creates problems for you and the dependent, because the dependent depends on you. So when you are ready for your indefinite, make sure you tag them along or you carry them along. It's very, very important. The dependent doesn't have to have 5 years before they apply. Only the main applicant must show 5 years continuous residence in terms of holding that visa, based on which the indefinite leave to remain application is being made. This is what we've covered today. We now believe that the question whether you are ready or not has been well answered, and you prepare yourself to put in your application. Now you are muted.
Last as my that's so I believe our listeners and viewers, the explanation lawyer Chasas man maintenance na undwindwin say mbia we school worker na unim say senior koi menkwa na ma menko ne nyinaa mo say brabe ho lawyers no whatever your situation no fa bra na enhwe all the categories here abeto ho no na itumi ahyehye ano e de ama no akwakoye indefinite crofo be due because we started this programming from 2020 2021 no nipa dodoɔ na ɛbɛgu UK ɛyɛ skill worker no mu bie to mu nti no majority I can say 70% of you are due for your indefinite leave to remain but ɛnam nneɛma a esisi wɔ akwan mu ne ade ne nti na ama monhu sɛ monkɔyɛ application anaasɛ monkɔ so monhu nneɛma yɛ sɛ wote faako a you wouldn't know the outcome but wotu anamo na wokɔhu lawyer na wokyerɛkyerɛ ne mu sɛ me mayɛ adwuma sei mayɛ wɔ ha my last employer ni oguso or employ me na say ni say na account ni ade na who knows on be application am of fe na we nya indefinite nkrofo maami ba ko bi she can't wait wa bɔ modern kyese wa ye massive sacrifice baby a company ni wo na ndwuma sa domiciliary dey bi na ne fie eti ɔsɔre ahomakye de bia ofifie 4:30 ofifie 4 nti meka sɛ obi fifie 4:30 a just imagine time a ɔsɔre ɔbɛsan abɛdu fie no around 12 hɔ na ansa na ɔbɛdu fie obedu fie the whole day na wakɔ ne nyinaa no ebia na 8 hours pɛ na wakɔ akɔyi o saa na wayɛ a wemia n'ani a de bia na osu kyerɛ me si mia w'ani because ufree company da so wɔ sponsorship company da so ma wɔ adwuma ka woda so ne ɔmo wɔ hɔ enti mia w'ani na yɛ ɔse wɔ abrɛ ne nante eti nyinaa atata papai say nanteɛ no misi mia w'ani 5 years ɛbɛba ampa 5 years no aka ne ketekete pɛ nti no ebia na nso wɔ sa situation mu nso no wo pa aba sɛ wo sponsor no ɔda so wo kita ne license a mia wo hwene na yɛ adwuma no 5 years deɛ ɛnso ɛbɛwie na wonya wo indefinite na ne yɛ adwuma kakra na woka nsɛ sisi a deɛ wabrɛ wopɛ sɛ wokɔ a I don't think so ɔbɛka sɛ menkɔ na when you're indefinite now you can apply to any other job that you want. You are not restricted to skilled worker so be patient na Emrepa is ahead until then Madam Munyana, the community and the law, so we have a very beautiful topic, so very educative at the amount. Now, so Benya emphasis. So to make a date with that 4 o'clock sharp Saturday, now if 6 o'clock, 2 hours solid. Many are Bema or real cool from Pong and a bit more acquitting at the amount. Until then, Mediani Magic Tea, we shall be now from Major. So have a lovely weekend and have a blessed day. Mema Munyana, bye bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.